Good morning, my self-reliant peeps. Today is about making some bean soup, ham and bean soup. I personally don't care for it. I'm making it the Depression way, like my dad did. My dad grew up in the Depression, and he and my mother both, and they loved bean soup. I, however, did not, but I make it. And I make it for shut-ins. Typically, they're older, grew up on it, and love it. And it's the way my dad made it, which is very simple: beans, ham broth, and a little bit of onion, and that's it. I made my broth yesterday. My beans have soaked, so it's just putting it together and cooking it. I've stripped the meat off. Now I add more ham to it, just because I personally, when I was a kid, just ate the meat, and we always had bread and butter with that meal. So basically I had the broth, ham, and bread and butter. I did not care for the beans. Still don't really care for beans. After the soup, some limbs came down in the storm, so I have to pull them off the bank and get them to the burn pile, and probably cut grass. Now I like to defat the soups. I defat all my soups. Especially when I have a nice rich broth. I had 2 bones. People always give me their bones, and obviously I keep my bones after a ham dinner. So I got a lot of soup to package up then. Now for the onion. And I'll check my seasonings later. We'll let that cook a little bit before we put our meat in. Let's add some meat. Now this is the meat that came off the bone after I boiled the bone, and this is the new meat I'm putting in. We'll give it a quick stir. We got a lot of meat in there. Test the flavors. A little pepper. Clean spoon to try this. Excellent. Bring that up to a boil again, and then put it on simmer until those beans are falling off their skins. Well, we're headed over to the side of the property by the road where I have a little cluster of trees up there that were huge when we moved here. So I suspect they're over 100 years old, and lost a limb. Actually, I think it was one that had broken and rotted. I'm not sure. I was a little surprised to see it on the bank. So, and there was debris on the road, which I, got rid of. So we'll just go and get that. Check out the trees. Oh, I see where it came from. Maybe I can drag it with the truck, is my plan for now. Okay, I got it off the bank, which I wanted to do, and I think I'll just leave it here for the time being and cut it up here, or cut it into smaller chunks. I don't like how it's digging up the grass, the sod rather. And it's okay to have ruts here, but I don't particularly want them in the yard. Well, while I got the tow line out, I'm going to go pull out another stump. I noticed this one when I was cutting grass, it was just hanging by a thread. A nice thick soup. I go through a lot of spoons when I make soup because I keep testing it. I think this is my 6th spoon already. All right, let's see if the beans are done. Get a little bit of broth. Those beans are done, but boy, is it hot. Now, some people might want it saltier, and I figure they can salt it at the dinner table. Does need more pepper. All right, now we'll just let it set. Let those flavors marry. Take it off the stove so it starts to cool down. And the soup is done. All right, we're going to dish up this soup, put it in quart containers, and then it'll be ready for shut-ins and elderly that can't get out, and also to friends. I got 2 big containers full here. I think I got too many beans in this one. Towards the end there, it was getting to be all broth. there we have it. 10 quarts of ham and bean soup. Guess I'm not quite ready to clean up this and seed it. Burn that metal off. Now we'll go up to my scrap pile where I have metal scrap that I take to the junkyard. It's amazing how much metal you collect. I think every time I go I get about $40. And there's my scrap. We're headed up to Elaine's, up to the farm. I'm going to give her some soup for her and Kevin. And then depending on the weather, I might deliver it to Cousin Beth for the shut-ins. Well, folks, that's it for today. The rain really started coming down, so I had to quit. So at any rate, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It goes a long way in helping my channel to grow. Again, thanks my self-reliant peeps for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.